Well, good morning, good morning. We're gathering for coffee with Casper. Come on over here, Casper. Come on up. Say hi. That a boy. There's a boy. There's Casper. He's gathering. Welcome, welcome. We're waiting to see if we're getting up. It's a couple minutes before we gong ourselves in. Let's see what we got going here. 25 seconds of running. And we are up and running. Yay! Good morning, good morning. Let me know where you are. Good morning. We're glad to see you this morning. It's 8:28. We're going to gong ourselves in. There's the Casper man. There's the Casper boy. Happy 2/22/22/22. Wow. How exciting. Where are you? Good morning, Ardelia. Good morning, Loretta. Good morning. Nice to see you guys. All righty. It's Coffee with Casper. It's 8:29. We're almost there. We are almost there. There we go. Good morning, Jeff from North Carolina. Good morning from Boise. Good morning from Arizona. Two from Arizona. Good to see you guys this morning. Welcome, welcome. Very good. Good morning from Hollywood. Good morning from Albuquerque. All right. Good morning from Chapel Hill. Good morning, North Carolina. All right. We got coastal North Carolina and Chapel Hill, North Carolina. There we go. And it's 8:29. We're about there. Look at the Casper boy. He went to the beach this week. He had a good time. Okay. He's a water dog. He's figured out he's a retriever. He likes going after balls now. Balls or sticks or anything else you'll throw for him. Good morning, good morning. Nice to see everybody this morning. All right, there's 8:30. Let's gong ourselves in and see what this special day, this rather auspicious day, is going to bring forward. So let's everybody take a deep breath in. Let's sound And one more time, a big deep breath in. Let your energy rise into your heart center. Relax your shoulders. And just give yourself this 20 minutes to be here present this morning, knowing that there's only one life and we are in it. Energy and matter are equal and interchangeable. We are both energy and matter. Energy never dies, it changes form. So we are one with that which is the big E in the universe. And then, of course, that is that conscious connection between ourselves and Source that will liberate us from the miscreations of humankind. So today is 2/22/22. According to the Institute of They, and there are many of them, according to the Institute of They, this is a very auspicious day. Obviously, mathematically, 2/22/22 with nothing but zeros in the middle would be all twos is pretty interesting. One of the things that they are saying about today, we talked about this I think last week or the week before, is this idea of frequency and resonance, right? The vibration goes out and it keeps going out, right? And that vibration, like they say when you shine a flashlight into the sky, that light beam keeps going and going and going. We'd never see it past where we can see it, but it keeps going. And this is true with the frequencies that you and I create with our consciousness. We remind you that consciousness is not that confusing a word. Consciousness is the sum total of everything you've ever thought, said, done, or felt. And it is the accumulation of your soul's journey. And that is what is impressing the law of the circle. That which comes from me returns to me. And of course it comes from me as energy and returns to me as the forms of my life. Yes? So we are grateful that you and I are light workers. We're aware that this energy in me is in fact a light, and that I can use the light, and that I can use my alignment with the light to bring forth that focus that I choose as an individual. And again, of course, the law of the circle is, since it's going to return to us, the way to use the law is to use it for good. Good and more good is mine. There's no limit to that good. Everywhere I go, I see that good. I feel that good. It crowds itself against me, flows through me, and multiplies itself around me. And that's really what we came here to do. We came here to be an avenue through which the light could be multiplied around us, through which we could bring more light, and that means more love, and that means more joy, more wisdom, more harmony, more peace. And as I say, this is a 2/22/22, which is all part of the dawning of the age of Aquarius, where peace will guide the planet and love will rule the stars. And that's ours to do, to be the instrument and the avenue, to be the place on earth where we are calling that forth in our own lives and therefore in the lives of everybody who touches our lives. And that resonant from our light in the world is truly making a difference. Who you are and the resonance that you bring, the frequency that you put out, and therefore that resonant field that keeps ringing because of you, that's the transformation we're seeking to bring to the world. We are, of course, aware on this date that there are, once again, troops lined up on borders, and an old paradigm of war is the answer, is still wanting to rear its ugly head. And these paradigms cannot be supported as we begin to move the critical mass into a consciousness of peace and into the consciousness of the new age and the new era, a rebirthing of humanity at a higher level than it's ever been before. Up the spiral, we collectively as light workers, getting enough light to shift the movement from the chaotic patterns of war and destruction and greed and selfishness into the patterns of peace and harmony and goodwill toward all humankind. And that would of course include the earth, all living things. And we begin to be the avenue through which that realization and that revelation is happening. And what we've said before, and we will remind you that we can't be, I don't know what the distant planet is, it might have other life force on it and other intelligent beings. But so we'll make up a planet, Catharsis or whatever. And you can have good wishes for the planet Catharsis and the civilization on that made-up planet. But if you're going to make a difference, you'd have to be on that planet. You'd have to be the place that's calling the light into that place. And that's what you and I are doing here. We came from the light, we put on a coat of skins, and we return to the light. And we're going to, through our frequency and resonance, we are bringing forth a shift in this planet, and we're the place where that happens. That's where intelligence calls on itself to bring the light to itself. Therefore, it's not my imagination. You are a light worker. You're watching Coffee with Casper. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. We've been working with the light for decades, and we're going to work for the light for the rest of our lives because that's what we came here to do. We came here to make a positive contribution to that which is the earth itself and life on earth itself. And that's why when we talked about last week, when we see armies on borders, we must be the place that says peace, 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 and call that peace into ourselves, just as like we talked about on Valentine's Day. If you want to have love, you've got to be a place of love, and you've got to start with loving yourself. If you want to bring peace, you've got to be a place of peace, and you start with that peace inside yourself. We were, as I mentioned, we went to the beach last week and hit traffic on the way home, and we were just coping with the traffic on the freeway, and we got rear-ended. Everybody is okay, a little stiffness, but and there's damage to the vehicles, and there's insurance. The other driver was insured, and that's not a harmonious situation, but we must be the place that brings peace. So the first thing I said when I was getting out of the car to go exchange information with the driver who hit me was to my wife, I said, "White light covers and surround us. Would you please get the registration and the proof of insurance out of the glove box where we keep it, and I'll go talk to this gentleman and we'll exchange information." And again, what was required was that I knew everything would be okay. It's an inconvenience. We don't know why these turbulence hits us. Sometimes we get hit and we have to pivot, and that's the nature of being a light worker. You pivot. I heard an interesting expression. Somebody said, well, at least in my life, when bad things happen, they happen in a good way. Well, certainly being rear-ended is not a good thing, but to have everybody insured, to have everybody safe. There happened to have been a California Highway Patrolman right by. He saw it happen. He pulled over to check that we were okay and taking care of the information properly. So things work out. It will be repaired. We don't have to, just because we're amassed at the border, we don't have to have war. We can be the place that calls forth peace. We can be the place that says, I do not need to rob you of your good to get my good. There is enough good for everybody on the planet. And it moves through the law of the circle, through each of us, through the law of consciousness. And you and I are working on our consciousness every day. You're watching Coffee with Casper. This is a connection, a place in the cosmos where light workers are networking. So what we ask you to do, if you're finding something valuable in this time together, we simply ask you to share it. Share it on LinkedIn. Go to YouTube. We're broadcasting on YouTube also. Click on like, click on follow me, click on share. You all have groups that you belong to, and it's a digital sharing. And we just want that sharing to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so that we are, each of us, by means of our presence. Welcome from Oregon. Nice to see everybody. So that we are the place in the cosmos where the new vibration, the new potential for an awakening humanity, a world that works for everybody, is being brought into fruition because we're the people on the planet calling it forth. Yes? And this is ours to do. So here's the deal. If there's a new vibration, let's just presume, okay, there's a new vibration. So the new vibration is bringing gifts. What we would call those gifts would be extrasensory perceptions, a deeper understanding, a seeing through the mist, past physical reality into the meta, that which is behind it, in front of it, alongside of it, that which is cause to which is being brought forth. And you and I know that whether we have our humanness, certainly our fears and our doubts but we have this great capacity to use our conscious awareness to connect us to the energy. And if we just take a breath right now, and I'm going to repeat in the first person, I am one with the one. Now feel that. You say it in your consciousness in the first person. I am one with the one. Do you feel that uplinking that happens? Our energy gets more full just by that conscious identification. And imagine now when we take that conscious identification with us into our daily lives, into the workplace, into the marketplace, everywhere from the 7-Eleven to the dry cleaners, to the plumbers, to everybody who's in your world that has to work to support you. Yeah, I mean, isn't it wonderful in today's world? So many things can get brought to you, but that's being delivered means somebody's bringing it to you. There are consciousness involved in that, and the more you involve your at one-ment with the one, my being at one with the one consciously, the more that connection and that love goes out and surrounds that which you're interrelating with. This is why we talk about it's good for me and good for everybody who is affected by my experience, because I'm a resonant tone, and that resonance is going out. As I establish the frequency of my connection to the divine, of my intention for peace, of my intention to be a place of love, of my intention to be a place that absorbs and notices and appreciates the beauty all around me, then that awareness begins to leak from us, literally leak from us, right? It overflows from us. And that's what we're wanting. Overflowing good moving through each of us, and it's a possibility. And that includes using auspicious moments to align with the one, to identify the one, and to identify as your individuality what works for you. And what is mine to do? What works for me? What is the right thing for me to do in this situation? That's the great question. What is mine to do, right? But in tune with the infinite, linking yourself to the one, I am one with the one, and that perfect guidance, that I am presence that we talk about all the time, that I am presence is guiding, guarding, directing, protecting me, and leading me into the paths of perfect right action. Now, the wonderful thing is that I am presence, that particular guidance that is yours, is special. It's very, very special, and it's unique to you. And everybody has it. So it's not I am special, it's the I am that is special. And yes, it's special to me, and I have a special relationship with it because I am that place where I am relating in the one, as the one, with the one, and moving out into the world from that relationship. That's courting the I am presence. That's allowing that soul nature that is directing you and guiding you into the right steps. That's why we say yours is to know what you want, to become clear about what you want, to take baby steps in the direction of the fulfillment of your own dreams, and the rest is done by the universe. You are the avenue through which it begins, and those baby steps, for example, we're refinancing our home. The baby steps are the phone calls. The baby steps are the applications. The baby steps are gathering that data. And then you hand it all over, and then it's in the universe's hands, but you've done your part. And then if you get an email that says we need another document, or a call that says we'd like to know, or you simply follow through those baby steps with the big goal, but the baby steps are what bring us there. Mine is the what, not the how, and also recognizing that mine is as an active participant. There is that which is mine to do, but it is not to create it. It's to be the avenue through which it becomes manifest. I become the conscious avenue through which the greater good is becoming manifest in my life. Now, if we want to believe these ideas about today being an auspicious day and frequencies and vibrations being created, well then, use it. Start looking for that clear answer to your question. What is mine to do? Start listening and noticing that you do have a sense of what's right, or what will bring a greater good, or what will move you toward the fulfillment of your dream. And then you just begin to step in that direction. And one step at a time, waiting for the next opportunity, waiting for the right guidance for your next move. And then you're the avenue to check where it is. How are you doing? You can't say peace, 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 and be loaded with rage and frustration. You got to say peace, 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 and find that peace within yourself. Same is true with all of the qualities. You got to say love, love, love. Then you've got to find that love within yourself and be that place where that love is flowing out consciously. Love, 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 peace, peace, peace. I think it was Michelangelo who said, he just focused on only one quality of the divine, which was beauty. And focusing on one quality of the divine, love, peace, poise, balance, beauty, harmony, anything that is the good of the universe, when you focus on it and draw it into your life, you become an avenue through which that is being made manifest in your experience and in the experience of everyone who's touching your life. So we're going to use this good to know that we are becoming wiser, that we're going up the spiral, that our vista of understanding is getting clearer. And therefore, since my vista of understanding is getting clearer, the activity of what looks like power, which is really providence and grace, moving through me becomes more evident in my life. Perfect peace, perfect harmony, perfect balance, perfect beauty, perfect wisdom. Again, you choose the qualities that you're looking to create. You choose the qualities that you're looking to manifest and that you'd like to bring forth into your life. And you can't do it just on Sunday. You can't just do it on Saturday. You can't do it because you feel like I'm going to be quote unquote spiritual. You're already 100% spiritual. And this opportunity that you have today is to bring that spirit into your life, to bring it into your life at every level. Yes? This is mine to do, to be the avenue through which the qualities of life that I love, right? This beauty that's all around us. Nature, if you're a nature lover, get out in it and appreciate it. If you're an animal lover, go love them up and get loved back. If you're a people lover, go love them up. If you love the intimacy of a poem in private, then give yourself that self-care and allow your nurturing of yourself to flow through you so that nurturing that you would bring to yourself becomes a nurturing that you're bringing to a thirsty humanity. And we know there is a thirsty humanity because you can read the newspapers and see the news, and you know that we're ready. It is time for this dawning of the age of Aquarius to become evident in all of our lives, and in lives among peoples and nations and countries and the planet itself. This is a new day in humanity. This is a new frequency. And it's a new frequency and a new day because you are bringing it forth. Who you are is something special. Let us focus on the qualities of the One, of the eternal energy of the One that we would like to bring into our lives, and then meditate on those qualities and then direct those qualities into all the areas of your life that you feel need fulfillment, greater good. No limit to that good. You're watching Coffee with Casper. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. We'll be back next Tuesday and we'll share again. Until we meet again, we invite you to go in the light. Come on all the way in. You gotta get in. We invite you to go in the light, as the light and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide you on your way. We'll see you next week. Share the video. Good night, good morning, good day, good life. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.